Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm King Sway. As you can tell by my new little title I figured out. But welcome to another edition of RPG Horror Stories. I'm gonna be honest with you, this one's actually kind of short, but it piqued my interest in when I read it. That and outside of my TED Talk, I actually wanted to ask you guys for advice on what I should do with a campaign or something. Yeah, that's gonna happen. But for now, today's story is OP asking if they were being too sensitive about a subject. So we're gonna roll right into that, and here we go. To preface, I will admit that I've gotten attached to this character. I've been playing her since the game began, and the very next thing the group planned to do after taking care of this immediate threat was investigate stuff important to her backstory. So, disappointment may be clouding my judgment. So last session, we went into a boss battle. Almost immediately, my character was subject to paralysis, followed by the red flag of both bosses, focusing on her and ignoring the threats presented by the rest of the PCs. I went down without doing much, which sucked, but it happens, and I passed my first death save with ease, I might add. You heard that right, with ease. Next round, I didn't get a death save. Instead, the DM took me to Whisper and told that, due to some powerful necrotic one thing or another the boss did, my soul was severed from my body. My body is dead. My soul is stuck wandering the ethereal plane. If I want to get it back, the party will have to jump through hoops to revive her. Let's talk about a new character! Cough! Bullshit! Cough! I can be slow to react. So we did that for a bit before I realized I was pissed about what happened. Understandably. Another PC was unconscious as well and wasn't subject to the same effect. Cough. Bullshit. Cough. But felt like something was protecting her. I asked. Nor did I get any additional explanation beyond it just happens. I logged off and went to bed, but now it's today and I still think what was done was grade A bullshit. Am I overreacting? Hell no! OP, ain't no way in hell. I don't think anybody would say, yeah, you're being over dramatic or you're being too sensitive. You flat out were denied death saves with the only explanation is because I say so and I'm the DM. For those of y'all that have been rocking with me for a while now, how many times have you heard me call out bullshit like that? No, because I'm not taking that. Because look, that is the worst reason to ever give me. That's the fuck it, I'm gonna say it because I was gonna hold back, but that's the best reason for me to punch you dead in your face. I'm the DM and I say so. Oh, okay, well, I'm violent. Do something. Like, no, just that would set me off. I don't know anybody that wouldn't set off. It happens because I say so. Like, you already passed your first death save. Why are you still doing death saves? Unless you do the 2 out of 3 rule. And even then, you're flat out denied your next one? Call bullshit. And if the other player was having some force protect them, why can that force protect you? Look, okay, a lot of people are courteous enough to take the DM to the side or the player to the side and talk to him after a session. I get that. But this is bullshit that's being heaped upon you during the game. Granted, in my few second hindsight, all bullshit happens during the game. You get what I'm saying. Address it now. Address that shit now. Put them on a spot. Because what I've learned in my personal experiences is sometimes when you take somebody to the side and you talk to them, they say one thing. Even with the stories I've read for you guys, they say one thing when it's just you and them, and then it's a complete another thing when it's back to game time, and they acting like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, because there are no witnesses. There's nobody to justify and corroborate with your story. But if you were talking about that right there, right then, and it's in front of everybody, the person can't back out. You can't back out of what you said. Or even if the DM, my personal thing is, my idea, my thought, opinion rather, same shit, is that the DM was trying to make some kind of plot hook for the next adventure with the characters, the PCs, and thought of using OP but didn't consult anybody, which is another big no for me. That's big bullshit. No, you talk to me about that stuff first. Something like that, I even took issue with my son doing. My character, okay, my second strongest character right now, and that's going to be the guy I talk to you guys about in a second, is Dakaran. He's now a demigod. Prior to him being a demigod, he was a Verloka. But part of him having that ritual done to him, my son did the backstory as now he had a demon injected to him. I didn't agree with that. I felt like that was taking away my player agency. We verbally scuffled about that for a while before I just said, you know what, I'm just going to let it slide. I agreed to that. OP did not agree to this shit. No, you're not OP. You are not overreacting, especially when you flat out know that you've been attached to this character. No, OP, you're good. Now, with that said, and as I start to calm down, because I got excited. I'm not even gonna say a lie to you. Like that was some straight up and down, sideways, diagonal, forward and backwards BS. But I know you guys have heard me say it before, but my channel, well, not just my channel, it's my family's channel. We game there, Fanfiction Gaming. We are going back into recording our sessions. We actually haven't done anything for quite some time. But my son is... We're doing a futuristic thing. We're mixing Rifts in 5th edition. But after we've done a few sessions with that, we probably might be going back to 5th edition. I say 5th edition. Back to the medieval times with my character Dakaran. As I said, my character Dakaran is now a demigod. Let me tell you how he's a demigod at level like 8. Yeah. As I said prior, my son had injected a demon inside of me, and a Balrog, a Balor. Okay, you guys know what I mean, Balor. I wasn't okay with that, but as my son was, in my personal opinion, a budding DM, and I had some experience, I let it slide, begrudgingly. But then I used it to my advantage, and then I gained demon powers because I spiritually beat the heck out of the Balor inside of me, and I gained his powers, and then I can make contracts. Now I can make warlocks, and on top of being able to make warlocks, when I showed them my power, some start praying to me. So now my character, gets prayers, and he gives cleric spells, demigod status. I adopted a ghost. The ghost knows she's a ghost. Her name is Samantha Iverness. My son's going to kidnap her, have somebody kidnap her. Basically, I feel like he's about to pull me on some Asura's Wrath type stuff. I used to study chemistry and things like that. Okay, for those of you that know, I completely praise the 5th edition monk, especially if you play the elemental one. Dakaran is an elemental. He's got 4 character classes, and one of them is an elemental one. We homebrew the rules on that, but that's another thing. I'm using metal bending to make metal arms. There's nothing wrong with my arms. I'm just making metal sleeves for them, so that they count as fist weapons, so I can beat the ever-living piss out of people. And then, with my warlock powers, I can add to that to increase my powers. Now, what I'm asking is, do you think I should use alkaline metals to somehow charge and grant natural lightning effects? Also, since I am a demigod, do I get cleric powers? This is unknown territory for me. I don't know. He don't know. I'm asking on the air, guys. And if I do get healing spells, I don't feel as though I could use them on myself, for a simple fact that when a cleric uses healing spells, they're using the power of their god. I'm not praying to myself. I don't see how that works. That's perpetual energy for no. So that's another question. If I were to use a healing spell on myself as me having divine energies, does that work for me? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, think about liking, and you like the story, think about liking and subscribing. If you're not new to the channel, still thinking about liking and subscribing. It's a small gesture from you guys, but it means the absolute world to me. It lets me know that you guys are out there enjoying my content, and it lets YouTube know that you guys are out there enjoying my content, and it pushes it out to other people. But for the time being, I'm King Sway, Sway Way, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for listening. Later.